Alrighty, welcome to the course. In this lesson, I want to talk through the start of the creatorpreneur journey in 3 steps. Now, I've already made a half an hour long YouTube video exploring this in depth. So that'll be linked down below. If you've seen this video, you can safely skip this one because this is just an overview of the 3-step approach. And really, this course is aimed at people who are on level 3 of our 3-level pathway. But if you don't know what that is and you can't be bothered to watch the YouTube video, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna give you a quick overview and then you can always watch the YouTube video afterwards to get more of an in-depth explanation as to what I'm talking about here, because this is all very much background and then we're gonna dive straight into the content itself. So what does the creatorpreneur journey look like? Essentially, it's in 3 levels, and level 1 is get going, level 2 is get good, and level 3 is get smart. Now, what happens at level 1? Level 1 is usually the complete beginner, the person who has not yet made any videos or maybe has made a handful and hasn't really taken it fully seriously. Level 1 is that person that just needs to get out of their own way. They need to destroy their perfectionism. They need to be okay with putting themselves out there. They need to stop worrying about what their friends and family and mentors and bosses and uncles and aunts are gonna think. And they just need to get started with making videos or writing blog posts or posting tweets or whatever the thing is that they are struggling with. And usually level 1 roughly corresponds to somewhat like less than about 100 subscribers. Like, you kind of dabbled with the thing, you haven't really got any traction, maybe you haven't made any videos at all. It's just about getting out of our own way and doing the thing. If you're at level 1, this course is not for you, because what you need is something like my YouTube for Beginners course, which will also be linked down below, which will actually help you take that first step to be creating the content. This course is very much aimed at people who are in level 3. So that is level 1. Between level 1 and level 2, we have a choice. This is choice number 1. And this choice is, now that we've gotten going, how seriously do we want to take our creative craft? How seriously do we want to take our YouTube channel or our Instagram page or our Twitter account or our TikTok or whatever the thing is? How seriously do we want to do it? And I think there's generally 3 options here. Option number 1 is that you want to break up. You've decided, I've dabbled with making a few YouTube videos, but it's not for me anymore. I've decided I want to break up with it and I don't want to do it anymore. That's totally fine. At least you've tried and you're not going to be on your deathbed regretting your life choices and thinking, oh man, I wish I had started a YouTube channel 50 years ago back when YouTube was still a thing. If you've decided to break up with your creative hustle, this course is also not for you. You're probably not watching this. Option number 2 is that you want to continue the creative thing, but you want to be in a casual relationship with it. These are the people that are like, you know what? I want to do YouTube, but like, I don't want to do it every week. I don't want to commit to it. Real life gets in the way. I've got a job, I've got kids, I've got hobbies, I've got a personal life, and I might make a video whenever I feel like it. That is the casual relationship approach. That's totally fine as well. We can all do whatever we want, but if you have a casual relationship with something, you cannot seriously expect it to grow. It's like being in a casual relationship with an individual, a person. Like, you can't really expect much from that relationship if it's casual at the end of the day. If you want a relationship to grow and blossom and to build something together, you have to take it seriously. And so similarly, if you're deciding that you're going to be in a casual relationship with your craft, again, this course is not for you. But option number 3 is I want to be in a serious relationship with my thing. I want to put out a podcast episode regularly or a YouTube video regularly, or I want to post on TikTok a couple of times a day or a week, or whatever the thing is, whatever that commitment is, I want to take it seriously. Now, this course is for the people that want to take it seriously. When I run this poll on my part-time YouTuber Academy, it's option 3 that the absolute vast majority of people pick, because that's why they're paying for an expensive course to teach them how to do YouTube properly, because they've decided to take it seriously. So once we do decide that we want to take our thing seriously, then we progress to level 2, and level 2 is get good. So basically in level 2, we've gotten going. Now we need to get good. Now we actually need to get good at making videos or recording podcast episodes or writing or making TikToks or Instagram posts or whatever the thing is. We need to actually get good at the craft. And now if we just think of YouTube videos, there are so many different components as to what makes a good YouTube video. There is the title, the thumbnail, the hook, the structure, the branding, the storytelling, the vibes, the production value, the editing, all of the stuff that goes with it, the sound design, the background music. There's dozens and dozens of things that make for a good YouTube video. Now, if you're like most people and you start off your journey, you're not already going to be an expert in all of these things. When I started my YouTube channel in 2017, I knew nothing at all about cameras, nothing about editing, nothing about filming, nothing about speaking to a camera, and I learned on the job over time. And over my first 80 to 100 videos, I got pretty good at making YouTube videos, and that was the sort of get good stage. Now, how do we get good? Well, generally the formula is you go quantity followed by 1% improvements, which leads to quality. So quantity, you're making lots and lots of things. You're putting in the reps. It's like the parable of the pottery class. You know, that famous parable where there's a pottery class and the pottery teacher splits it into 2 groups. The first group needs to make just 1 pot in 30 days. So across the whole month, every day, they're just working on a single pot. The second group needs to make 30 pots over 30 days. So every day they're working on a new pot. And then at the end of it, all the pots go together and the judges judge where the best pots are. And all of the best pots came from the quantity group. It came from the group that made 30 of them in 30 days, rather than the group that obsessively focused on one pot over the 30-day period. And this holds so true in whatever creative hustle we're doing. YouTube videos, Instagram, TikTok, like whatever the thing is, the more of the thing you do, the better you get at doing the thing, provided you're thinking about conscious 1% improvements over time. You don't get good from obsessively focusing on a single video one at a time. So quantity plus 1% improvements leads to quality. And like I said, for me, that took somewhere in the region of about 80 videos to get to a point where I thought my videos were actually good. So how do we know that our videos are actually good? Well, again, there's two ways to think about it. The first one is the internal barometer, and the second one is the external barometer. The internal barometer of whether my videos are good or my podcasts are good or whatever is what I call the cringe test. It's that if I watch my own video, or if I listen to my own podcast, or if someone tells me that they've seen a video or a podcast of mine, would I cringe? And if I cringe, it means I know my thing is not very good. Whereas if I don't cringe and I think, oh, okay, cool, fair enough, then great. That means I've passed the internal test of is my thing actually semi-decent. But it's not just the internal test that matters, it's also the external test. And the external test is kind of objective results, objective metrics on are other people saying that your thing is good. On YouTube, for example, this translates to views, comments, subscribers, likes, click-through rate, watch time, retention. There's all these different objective metrics that we can get about whether other people are actually watching our videos and whether other people actually think that they're good. Now, at some point, as you go on this journey of quantity plus 1% improvements leads to quality, at some point, your videos or your writing or your tweets or your podcasts will become good enough. And at the point where they're good enough, yes, you can still work on the craft, but at that point, you might want to think about progressing to level 3, which is get smart. But between level 2 and level 3, we have another choice. And that is the choice of, do I want to treat my thing like a hobby, or do I want to treat my thing like a business? This then gets us into the realm of what I call the hobby to business spectrum. Nothing fancy there. We have hobby on one end and we have business on the other. Now, generally, the way that we approach a hobby is that a hobby is for us. I'm making videos as a hobby. I'm making videos about the stuff that I want to make videos about. I'm making videos about things to flex my own creative muscles. I'm making videos because I find it fun. That is how we approach a hobby. But the way we approach a business is not about us, it's about the audience and it's about money, usually. I want to make money from this thing. I want this thing to add value to people's lives. And yes, I want to have fun along the way, but me having fun is not the primary objective of running a business. The primary objective of running a business is to provide value or service to other people and therefore to make money. And if I have fun, that's a happy side effect. And so I want you to be honest, like where do you stand on the hobby to business spectrum? Do you want to treat your thing more like a hobby? Or do you want to treat your thing more like a business? And you're not allowed to pick a halfway point because that's just staying on the fence and no one likes people who sit on the fence. Now, if you want to treat it like a hobby, again, this course is probably not for you because this whole course is about treating our thing like a business. We're going to be talking about goals and niche and target and market and competitor analysis and systems and scaling and hiring. All of that stuff is stuff from the realm of business, from all these like business books and coaches and programs, and it's all of the business side of things. I play the guitar. I play the guitar as a hobby. I don't play the guitar as a business. I would not want to attend a course that teaches me how to make money from songwriting because I'm not there yet. It's just a fun hobby for me. I just want to play the guitar, sing along with some of my friends. I don't intend to monetize it and turn it into a business. So if you're in that hobbyist end of the spectrum, this course is probably not for you. I'm going to be honest right now, you're not going to get too much value out of it and you may as well just not take the course. Now, if you're on the business end of the spectrum, now we get into level 3 and level 3 is get smart. And that is where this course is at. This course is not about how to make a video. It's not about filming. It's not about camera settings. It's not about shutter speed, ISO. It's not about editing. It's not about any of those things. It's about level 3, get smart. It's about how do we take the insights from the world of business and how do we apply them to our creator thing once we are already good at the craft itself. I'll be honest, if your videos are trash and they suck and you're still at level 2, then you're not really going to benefit very much from the stuff in this course, right? Because this is the business side of things. This is once we've already gotten to a point where the stuff that we're doing is reasonably good. Having said that, I know there's going to be some people watching this. Maybe you're still working on getting good and now you just want this information as a bit of knowledge. I'm kind of like that. I like getting knowledge before I do a thing. If that's the case, then okay, fair enough. But we do have a bunch of interactive exercises and worksheets and stuff throughout this course, which I really think you'd benefit from, because even if you're at level 2 and you know you want to take it seriously and you know you want to treat it like a business, you can start incorporating bits of level 3, bits of this course as you're getting better at making the videos. I'm not saying your videos have to be world class before you can worry about your niche, I'm saying that don't let thinking about your niche and your target audience and your business stop you from getting better at making the videos, because those two things I think are somewhat independent of each other. Anyway, that's our starting point for this course. I'm going to be assuming for the rest of this course that you are squarely in level 3, Get Smart, and I'm going to be assuming you do want to treat your YouTube channel, your podcast, your whatever thing, I'm assuming you want to treat it like a business. And if you're in that boat, then welcome to the course. You're in great company. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. We've got so much content, so many exercises. It's going to be proper lit. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson where we set our goals as creatorpreneurs. So thank you for watching, and see you then. Bye-bye.